what Tuesday practice is all about. We go through our season now. The week is going to, we'll try to maintain a schedule every week. And each day has a meaning to us of what we got to get accomplished. And today's Tough Guy Tuesday. We got Spiritual Sunday, where we go to church or we go whatever our faith is, where we're going to be thankful that we can play this game. And we're going to be thankful for the opportunity to play, and that's going to be our Spiritual Sunday. And I call it Mindful Monday. We're not going to go out there and work on Monday. We're going to rest our bodies and get our minds right for the week. Thinking about what we had last week, what we've got faced. Then Tough Guy Tuesday, Tough Man Tuesday is a work day. That's what today is, a work day, man. And it's going to be that way every week of the year. We got to be prepared for Tuesdays. And it's going to be Working Wednesday, because that's a work day. Thoughtful Thursday, because that's game plan day. And Thoughtful Thursday, can we show our coaches that we can thoughtfully run and execute the game plan? And I kind of like Gold Friday, because we'll wear our gold. We'll wear our gold stuff on Friday when we travel, or when we're around here before we travel. Then all I can think of is GATA Saturday. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. We gotta play our best game. We gotta bring our A game. Now, I expect you to want to do that, but it's more than just wanting to. It's coming out on Tuesday and Wednesday and making sure you got that thing down, offensively, defensively, special teams. And to win this game, man, we're gonna have to win special teams. Kicking game, we'll have to win. That's first of all, it's protection and coverage. It's protection and coverage. Our kickers and punters will give us a little gravy there about great kicks and great punts. Win the kicking game is about protection and coverage. Then we got to win the turnover battle. We got to win the turnover battle. And then we got to win the penalty battle. We got to win the penalty. Those three we got to win. Then offense and defense, and we'll get after them on offense and defense and see what happens. But those three are the X factors we got to have.
Here we go! That's just what it goes. Ready. Oh yeah. Really good hand. Good.
What you got to do is do your part, because we can't make you drink water. We can't make you hydrate. But man, if we're going to be successful, we can't say, dang, I was working so hard I cramped in an 18-period practice. But you do, because you are working hard. But you take care of that the night before. Now, y'all understand that. That's us working together as a team. You got to think. You got to be thinking football the minute you get off practice. The minute you get off practice. You got to be thinking about what am I doing to get ready for the next. Man, I got to have a great win. We got to have a great win.
When we have our dinner tomorrow night at the hotel, you can talk at the table, but if the table beside you can hear your conversation, you're talking too loud. Don't be goofy. We're on a business trip. Everybody understand that? Yes, it's a big game. You've worked off for 9 months. All right, to be ready to go. You guys that are not going, all right, they got a lot of pride in you guys playing too, so they're going to be watching. It's a business trip. There's going to be 70,000 of them and about 130 of us. That don't mean nothing. Right there? Because they can only put 11 out there like we put 11 out there. And it's amazing how quiet 70,000 can be.
On me, 1 on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, shout out to me!
Hey, Todd.
We go out there as a team, we go out there with enthusiasm, sideline, let's show it every minute of the day that we're a team out there. A couple of things, Ben, one play at a time. We said it last night, this is going to be, it's our game, it's going to be a 60-minute game. So play one play, then play the next one. But it's going to be one play at a time. Man, first impressions are important on you. Offense, defense, you make that first impression. It's clean, it's smooth, but it hurts like hell. You make that first impression with the way you hit, the way you block, the way you catch. Make a great first impression on those guys. One series at a time. And go out there and play your heart out, man. Go play your heart out there. Let's get the next drive. Let's get the next score and show them what we can do. Let's go now. Let's go. We came out and got ourselves mentally ready, man. If we'll correct our mistakes, and we'll correct our mistakes and get better this next off week, every goal out there is still out there for us. Every one of them. And that's going to be how much we pull together. How much we pull together.
I'm graduate defensive end Todd Shelby, and this is my Warhawk story. Really all the coaches brought in a lot of energy coming in, being most of them young guys. And really what I learned from them is that every time you step on that practice field, you got to bring it. You have to bring the energy. Otherwise, we're going to be that team that we were the year before. But their coaching style, they're really aggressive. They try to get after you, and you know, you got to step up to the plate. But it's great coaching at the end of the day. The success is high. I feel like we will reach a bowl game. Really, I want to win the Sun Belt Conference Championship. And I feel like with this team, we can. We have the great coaches, the players we recruited, amazing. We're ready to get it started right now. A lot of people think that with a new coaching staff, you know, it takes a program to rebuild. But with this coaching staff, they're ready to win now. And I feel like that's what we have going for us right now. With COVID and a lot of setbacks last year, personally for me, I wanted to set new goals. Beginning of the season, every time I write down a list, this is what I'm trying to achieve. No matter the adversity we go through, being hurricanes, COVID, staying in a hotel before we moved into the apartment, I wanted to reach my own goals. And trying to help my teammates out as much as I can by stepping up to the plate, taking on more responsibility. Really anything that they asked, I try to achieve, and really it was a blessing to have and go out and achieve those goals I set for myself. My leadership style really is lead by example, to be honest, but when I talk, they listen. And I'm trying to be more vocal in what I do. And so every time there is a problem on the field, I want to be the first person to go up and say, hey, we got to settle this. Hey, this is what we need to correct, instead of being, in the back seat, because, we're trying to be that winning team this year. There's a lot of people riding on us, and we're hard on ourselves, really trying to persevere and stay on top. So this is the season that we want to break out. I love being a mentor, to be honest. Older guys did it for me when I was in the past, becoming a freshman, so it's only right to give it back, to be honest. The freshmen coming in or any transfers, really, I tell them, hey, I have time. Just let me know. You want to come up here Saturday, Thursday, right after workouts? I have time for you if you want to get better. I can sit down, break down the film. Any calls you want to know, I'm always here. Just let me know. Being a two-sport athlete really helped a lot. Doing things not really football necessary, really like hitting somebody every play, but really just working on explosiveness, quickness, shuffling, guarding somebody, change of direction. It equally translates to the football field, really. And that's what I learned in high school. That's why I really wanted to be part of the basketball team in college, because I knew it would help me in the long run. I felt like I was an easily acceptable person because just my personality. I'm mostly laid back. I get along well with other people. And so I try to be, that friendly guy, but also have that mindset like, I'm here for a reason. But at the end of the day, we're all teammates, and, we're trying to make each other better. Personally, my goal is that when I graduate with my master's, I want to go into being a professional finance advisor, or, anything with finance that I know that in the long run, I'm going to be able to help people reach their financial goals, that no matter, what part of financially past you come from, poor, rich, anything, I want to be there to know that I can take you to that level that, you can trust me, and at the end of the day, you're going to be happy with what you achieved personally.
Either with your
Growing up, really my mom and dad instilled just that the values that you want to achieve in football or in life really is just that perseverance, confidence, and really managing your goals. Really set goals for yourself and do anything to achieve them. So when I was growing up, really, my parents sat me down, talked to me, and was just like, what do you want to do in life? I said, I want to play football. I want to get a great education, and I want to have a good life. And at the end of the day, they wanted me to be better than them. That's how every parent wants to be for their kid. They want them to be better than themselves. And so that's what I took from them, that right now in college, when tests get hard, when life gets hard, I persevere. I really stick to my goals, because at the end of the day, I know what I want in my life. I'd say my favorite course was investments. So really they gave us, makeshift $1 million, and you just invest into the stock market. And this was really during COVID. And so I went home, but I still had to trade stock daily. And so what really stood out is when COVID was happening, I started thinking financial, like how a finance advisor would. So I started thinking DocuSign, PayPal, or Zoom, really, because when I went home, my brother was doing a Zoom call, and I was like, that seems like a great investment to do at the time. And so when I invested in that, and 3 months later, when everything started, to go even worse, Zoom jumped up maybe $400, and I invested almost 700 shares in it. And so I'll say that's probably my best class, even though it was makeshift. I'll say really running out the tunnel and seeing all the fans in the stands. Really just the energy that comes with game day, just all that hard work leading up to the game, practice, you're sweating, getting after it. And then the easiest part should be game day. You spend all that time learning, trying to look at the defenses, and after that, everything should just come easy. The reason why I would pick ULM really again is not only because of the campus, everything close, but really just the people. The people are friendly, from the cafeteria to the teachers. They want to see you achieve. I go to the sub today, even right now, and most of the workers know my name. They give me a nickname, Hungry Jack, because I keep going back in for more plates. And so really, I say the people really make a difference about this place. Friendswood really is almost like a ULM. Really, everything is close. You know, not exactly in walking distance, but the same thing. You know, close-knit community, family, and that's what I felt when I first arrived on campus. That everyone really is close. Everyone really bonds with one another. And so, if I had to go back and choose ULM again, I would. When I say I'm a Warhawk, it really means that I don't go down without a fight. You know, I stick things throughout. No matter the adversity we face, really, I'm really just gonna do my best and achieve it.
You go back and you watch how hard your players played, how well they were prepared to play the game as the game began, and causing a turnover, getting a touchdown, getting ahead for the first time since 2019. I think that showed the way their mindset was. And then the reality kind of hit. We're playing a top 20 SEC contending type of team that just had more weapons than we did, and we continued to fight. The fact that they were stronger than us, and yet we came back and scored again at the end of the game, showed a lot of the savvy and a lot of the toughness of our football team. And when you look across the country and you see all the teams, I think 7 of the top 20 teams lost. Many teams, I don't think many teams out there that had a tougher struggle, at least from a standpoint of who was favored in the game than we did. But to see the way we played, I was impressed with that. You know, there's something about a team that you can tell that you like, the way our players dressed to go to that game, the way they handled themselves, the way they carried themselves on the field and during the game, after the game. I saw signs of what it means to be a champion, and that's not just on the field, that's everything and everything you do. And so after the game was over, of course, I'm down, our players are down, but when you go back and look at how they played and the adversity of the obstacle they had to overcome against a very, very good Kentucky team, you got to say, man, they did everything they could do in this first game. Yeah, I mean, you look at the game and how we could have made it better. We've got to quit giving up big plays. I thought overall 9 or 10 guys every game were playing very well on defense, and we gave up too many big plays. 4 passes, gave up 210 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's in 4 plays, and usually a mistake by one person. But sometimes when you're worried about the run, and they had one of the best running backs in the SEC, one of the most experienced, if not the most experienced offensive line, we kind of knew we had to stop the run, and sometimes your safeties or defensive backs get too involved mentally in stopping the run, and passes go over their head. So that's one of those things that when you look at the entire defense, they played well. When you look at a breakdown or mistake, it was in definitely giving up the big plays, the one-play drive that led to the score being a little bit worse than maybe it should have been. Before my dad passed, he was so excited about coming to this first game of ours. He wanted to be there for 2 of his favorite players that ever played for him, Deion Sanders and me, his best and his worst football players that ever played for him. And we were looking so much forward to that. But as he passed, I'm now reassured that he's going to see all of our games from his position now. And my mom's going to be here, and we're going to kind of honor him as just one of those characters and icons of college football that were important to Deion Sanders and myself and so much of college football. And then we're going to go play a football game. But we're looking forward to it. Jackson State is an entirely different program with Deion Sanders at the helm. He's an outstanding football coach, but he also knows how to build a program. And he's always had such incredible confidence. I don't think my father ever had a player that was more talented, more of a team player, more loved by his teammates, but also a dedicated, hardworking player. So he has great ambitions for the Jackson State program. We're going to catch them on this upswing. So we're preparing very, very hard for this Jackson State football team, and we think we're going to have a great crowd. It's very important that anybody out there that wants to support our program and wants us to play good will get out there and support us. We need to have that stadium packed. We need to have that crowd yelling and screaming for ULM so it becomes a factor in the outcome of a game.